The story of the 1987 U.S. penny begins, as most coin stories do, with the everyday and the extraordinary coexisting in a single, small, unassuming piece of metal. This penny, a symbol of commerce and history, was part of a long-standing tradition that traces its origins back to the earliest days of the United States. Yet, like every coin, the 1987 penny holds its own unique secrets, quirks, and potential value, a fascinating chapter in the greater narrative of numismatics. Could a single penny minted in 1987 be worth far more than its face value? As we delve into its history, design, minting quirks, and hidden treasures, the answer might surprise you. By 1987, the Lincoln Memorial penny had already been a fixture in American coinage for decades. This design, introduced in 1959, replaced the iconic wheat ears reverse that had graced the penny since 1909. It marked the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and cemented his place as the first historical figure to appear on a circulating U.S. coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln's portrait on the obverse side of the penny has remained a symbol of continuity in American currency. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands as a tribute to his legacy, rendered in remarkable detail even on such a small surface. While the design of the 1987 penny was not new, the context in which it was minted adds layers to its story. This coin was produced during a period when the United States Mint was adapting to changes in materials and production methods. The composition of the penny had shifted in 1982 from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core, a cost-saving measure in response to rising copper prices. This change introduced new challenges in quality control and durability, issues that would later contribute to the coin's intrigue among collectors. The 1987 penny was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S for proof coins. Each mint produced millions of pennies, yet not all were created equal. Variations in quality, errors during production, and differences in minting techniques have all played a role in determining the value of these coins today. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1987 penny is the potential for mint errors. These errors, often the result of mechanical or human mistakes during the coin production process, can transform an ordinary coin into a sought-after collector's item. For example, double dies, a phenomenon caused by a misalignment during the hubbing process, can result in striking visual anomalies. Letters, numbers, or parts of Lincoln's portrait may appear doubled, creating a unique and rare version of the penny. A 1987 double-die penny, if discovered, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition and prominence of the error. Another type of error that collectors seek in 1987 pennies is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank coin, or planchet, is not properly aligned with the die during striking. The resulting coin features a design that is partially missing or shifted to one side, with the degree of the error often determining its value. An off-center penny from 1987, especially one where the date and mint mark are still visible, could command a significant premium. Planchet errors add another layer of intrigue to the 1987 penny. These errors involve the blank metal discs used to produce the coins. A penny might be struck on a planchet that is too thick, too thin, or made from the wrong material entirely. One of the most famous planchet errors is the zinc-exposed penny, where the copper plating has worn away to reveal the silvery zinc core beneath. While many such coins are the result of natural wear, some are manufacturing defects, making them highly collectible. Beyond errors, the condition of a coin plays a crucial role in its value. The Sheldon grading scale, ranging from 1 to 70, is used to evaluate a coin's state of preservation. A grade of 70 represents a flawless coin with no visible imperfections, while lower grades reflect increasing levels of wear and damage. For 1987 pennies, coins in mint state, MS, condition, those that show no signs of circulation, are particularly desirable. An MS 65 or higher 1987 penny might be worth several dollars, and if it features an error, its value could soar. Proof coins from 1987, struck at the San Francisco Mint, are another area of interest for collectors. These coins were not intended for circulation and were instead produced with specialized techniques to create sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. A 1987 proof penny, especially one in perfect condition, can be a highlight in any collection. The S mint mark on these coins distinguishes them from their Philadelphia and Denver counterparts, and their limited production numbers add to their allure. The mint marks themselves can be a point of fascination. While most 1987 pennies carry either no mint mark, Philadelphia, or a D, Denver, errors or anomalies in the minting process can result in unusual variations. A missing or partially visible mint mark, for instance, can significantly impact a coin's value. These small details, often overlooked by casual observers, are what make the world of numismatics so captivating. Collectors and enthusiasts often wonder where to find valuable 1987 pennies. While many of these coins remain in circulation, the best opportunities lie in coin rolls from banks, estate sales, or old collections. Searching through these sources with a magnifying glass or loupe can reveal hidden treasures. Coins with potential value should be handled with care to avoid scratches or damage, and serious collectors often choose to have their finds professionally graded and certified. Grading services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, offer expert evaluations and authentication. A graded 1987 penny comes with a certificate detailing its condition and attributes, which can significantly increase its market value. For those looking to sell their coins, auctions are often the best venue, as competitive bidding can drive prices higher. For many, the true joy of collecting lies not in the potential monetary value but in the thrill of discovery and the connection to history. The 1987 penny, like every coin, tells a story. It represents a snapshot of American culture, economics, and craftsmanship at a particular moment in time. Holding one in your hand is like holding a piece of history, a tangible link to the past. As we explore the fascinating world of the 1987 penny, one question remains: could there be a rare and valuable coin hiding in your spare change? The answer is a resounding yes. Whether it's an error coin, a high-grade specimen, or a proof penny, the possibilities are as endless as they are exciting. So, the next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. You never know what secrets it might hold. The sound of loose change rattling in your pocket is so ordinary that it often goes unnoticed. But what if I told you that one of those coins, perhaps a penny, could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars? What if I told you that a simple 1984 US penny, a coin most people would barely glance at, could hold a secret so rare and valuable that collectors across the world are desperate to find it? Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1984 US penny. From its historical roots to the extraordinary errors that make some of these coins worth a fortune, we'll uncover the hidden value of this iconic piece of American currency. Could one of these rare treasures already be sitting unnoticed in your pocket? Let's find out. The year 1984 was a fascinating period in US history. It was the era of Ronald Reagan's presidency, the rise of personal computers, and the beginning of significant economic shifts. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of coins to meet the country's demand for currency. Among these were the pennies, officially known as 1-cent coins, which bore the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. This design had been in use since 1909, marking the centennial of Lincoln's birth, and had become one of the most recognizable coin designs in the world. The reverse side of the 1984 penny featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This version of the penny, often referred to as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, was made of a copper-plated zinc composition. The U.S. Mint had transitioned to this composition in 1982, moving away from the traditional 95% copper alloy due to the rising cost of copper. This change made pennies lighter and cheaper to produce, but it also introduced challenges in the minting process, which led to some of the errors that make certain 1984 pennies so valuable today. At first glance, a 1984 penny might seem unremarkable. It's small, often tarnished, and worth just 1 cent. But collectors and numismatists know that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hide extraordinary secrets. For the 1984 penny, one of those secrets lies in the form of a minting error known as a double die. A double die occurs during the production process when the die used to strike the coin is impressed more than once, creating a doubled image on the coin. For the 1984 penny, the most famous double die variety is found on the obverse side, specifically in Lincoln's portrait and the word Liberty. A close examination of this rare error reveals a distinct doubling in Lincoln's ear and parts of the lettering, making it an instantly recognizable and highly sought-after piece. Finding a 1984 double die penny is like striking gold for a coin collector. These coins are rare, and their value depends on their condition. A well-preserved example graded by a professional service can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Some exceptional specimens have been known to sell for tens of thousands, making the hunt for this rare penny an exciting and potentially lucrative endeavor. But the double die isn't the only reason the 1984 penny has captured the attention of collectors. Minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet flaws also contribute to the coin's mystique. Off-center strikes, for example, occur when the blank coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a design that appears shifted or incomplete. These errors create coins that are unique and, therefore, valuable to collectors who appreciate their rarity and character. Die cracks, on the other hand, are small fractures that develop in the die used to strike the coins. These cracks transfer onto the coins, creating raised lines or patterns that were never part of the original design. A 1984 penny with a noticeable die crack might look like it has a scar, but to a collector, it's a fascinating piece of minting history. Planchet errors, such as improper thickness or irregular shapes, are yet another anomaly that can elevate a coin's value. These errors occur when the metal blanks used to make the coins are not prepared correctly, resulting in coins that feel or appear different from the standard issue. A 1984 penny with a planchet error might be heavier, lighter, or slightly misshapen, making it stand out in a sea of otherwise uniform coins. The value of a 1984 penny depends not only on its type of error but also on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better preservation and greater value. Circulated pennies, which have been used in everyday transactions, typically show signs of wear and are worth only their face value unless they feature a significant error. Uncirculated pennies, however, retain their original luster and detail, making them more desirable to collectors. To determine whether a 1984 penny is worth more than its face value, start by examining it closely. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other errors. Pay attention to the lettering, Lincoln's portrait, and the mint mark, which indicates where the coin was produced. The mint marks for 1984 pennies include P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Coins with the S mint mark are proof coins, which were struck with extra care and are often sold directly to collectors. If you think you found a rare 1984 penny, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's authenticity and condition but also increases its market value. Many collectors are willing to pay a premium for graded coins because they provide a level of assurance about the coin's quality and rarity. Finding a rare 1984 penny is only the beginning. Once you've identified a valuable coin, you can choose to keep it as a prized addition to your collection, sell it to a collector or dealer, or even auction it off to the highest bidder. The choice is yours, but one thing is certain: a rare 1984 penny is more than just a piece of change. It's a piece of history and a symbol of the unexpected value that can be found in the most ordinary places. As we've seen, the 1984 penny is a fascinating coin with a story that goes beyond its face value. From its historical context to its unique errors and rarities, this humble piece of currency has captured the imagination of collectors and treasure hunters alike. So, the next time you come across a 1984 penny, don't dismiss it as just another coin. Take a closer look, it might just be the hidden treasure you've been searching for. And who knows? There could be even more valuable coins waiting to be discovered in your pocket change. Stay tuned, because the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the next great find could be yours. The 1985 U.S. penny, like many other coins minted by the United States, holds more significance than just its face value of 1 cent. While the penny is often seen as one of the most common and least valuable forms of currency, the 1985 penny offers several intriguing aspects that make it noteworthy, especially for coin collectors, numismatists, and enthusiasts of U.S. history. To understand the importance of the 1985 penny, it's essential to first examine its history and the design features that make it stand out. The penny, also known as the cent, has had several design changes over the years. In 1909, the penny was first issued with the image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The design of the penny has remained largely unchanged since, with the obverse, front, of the coin depicting Abraham Lincoln's portrait and the reverse, back, showing various designs of symbols of American culture and history. In 1985, the penny was still in circulation with the standard Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been in use since 1959. The coin's obverse continued to feature the bust of Abraham Lincoln. In 2009, the U.S. Mint celebrated Lincoln's bicentennial by issuing a special series of pennies, but the 1985 penny holds historical significance as a key moment in the long-running Lincoln Cent series. However, while the design may seem straightforward, the 1985 penny holds value far beyond its simple appearance. First and foremost, it's crucial to note that the 1985 penny was minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The mintage numbers for 1985 were impressive, with over 7 billion pennies struck in that year, making it one of the more common years for the Lincoln cent. However, even though these pennies are abundant, some collectors still consider them valuable based on their condition and any possible errors they may contain. The composition of the 1985 penny is also of importance when discussing its value. Like other pennies minted after 1982, the 1985 penny is primarily composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This was a significant change from the pre-1982 pennies, which were made primarily of copper. The change in composition was due to rising copper prices, which made it more cost-effective for the U.S. Mint to use zinc instead of copper. The 1985 penny, being made of zinc with a thin copper plating, has a different feel compared to earlier pennies, and this change in metal composition is a noteworthy aspect of the coin's history. While the 1985 penny is abundant and generally worth only its face value in circulated condition, its potential value can increase significantly depending on several factors. One of the key aspects that can make a 1985 penny valuable is its condition. Coins in better condition, especially those that are uncirculated or in mint state, are much more desirable to collectors. A 1985 penny in near-perfect condition can be worth more than a penny in normal circulation, sometimes fetching between 50 cents and a few dollars depending on the quality of the coin. The grading system for coins, which assesses their condition based on factors like wear, damage, and overall appearance, plays a crucial role in determining the value of a 1985 penny. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher, mint state 65 or better, tend to have greater value than those in lower grades. It's important to note that most 1985 pennies found in circulation will not be in such pristine condition. As a result, the vast majority of these coins are worth very little beyond their face value, unless they possess some other distinguishing feature. One of the most exciting aspects for collectors when it comes to the 1985 penny is the possibility of discovering a rare minting error. Like any other coin produced by the U.S. Mint, the 1985 penny could have been struck with some kind of error during the production process. Minting errors can significantly increase a coin's value, sometimes turning an otherwise ordinary penny into a valuable collector's item. Some of the most common types of minting errors found on pennies are double dies, where the design is struck more than once, creating a doubled image. If you happen to find a 1985 penny with a double die error, particularly on the obverse, where Lincoln's portrait is, the coin could be worth much more than its face value. Other errors to look for include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned on the coin, or broad strikes, where the coin's design is stretched beyond its normal boundaries. Coins that are struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were minted using a different type of metal or coin blank, can also command high prices. In addition to these minting errors, another way the 1985 penny could be valuable is through its rarity within specific varieties. The 1985 penny was minted in high quantities, but some collectors pay attention to subtle variations in the coin's design, such as differences in the positioning of the mint mark or small changes in the depth of the design features. These variations can create rare varieties that are highly sought after by collectors. When it comes to the value of the 1985 penny, understanding how the coin is graded is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin graded as MS65 is a high-grade example of the coin, showing only minimal signs of wear or imperfections. Pennies that are in lower grades, those with scratches, dents, or visible wear, are typically worth little more than their face value, especially when compared to the pristine examples. For those who are wondering how much the 1985 penny might be worth if it is in perfect condition, it is important to understand that the coin is not a particularly rare one. However, in uncirculated or mint state, the coin may be worth anywhere from a few dollars to $5 or more, depending on its grade and overall quality. Coins that have experienced significant wear and tear, on the other hand, will likely only be worth their face value. In terms of errors, there have been reported instances of valuable 1985 pennies being discovered with minting defects. For example, some pennies from this year may have been struck with a double die, particularly affecting Lincoln's portrait or the date. If you're lucky enough to find such a coin, its value can skyrocket, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars in the right condition. However, these errors are rare, and most 1985 pennies are worth little beyond their face value, so collectors must be vigilant and know what to look for. When assessing the value of a 1985 penny, collectors often turn to coin dealers, numismatic auctions, and online platforms to get an idea of what similar coins are selling for. The value of a 1985 penny, especially one with a minting error, can fluctuate depending on market trends, collector demand, and the coin's condition. To spot valuable 1985 pennies, collectors should be familiar with common minting errors and be equipped with the proper tools for examining the coins. Using a magnifying glass or a coin microscope is essential for inspecting the fine details of the coin. Look closely at the date, Lincoln's portrait, and the reverse design for any signs of doubling, misalignment, or other unusual features. If you find a coin that seems to have an error, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded and authenticated to determine its true value. In conclusion, the 1985 U.S. penny is a significant piece of U.S. coinage history, even though it may not stand out as a rare or valuable coin at first glance. While it is one of the more common pennies minted by the U.S. Mint, its value can increase dramatically based on its condition and the presence of rare minting errors. If you're a coin collector, it's worth keeping an eye out for 1985 pennies that may have unique characteristics, as these can be valuable additions to your collection. Whether you find a well-preserved coin in mint state or a rare error penny, the 1985 U.S. penny has the potential to surprise collectors with its hidden value.